There are lots of different ways to pay attention, and there's great spirituality in just learning to listen. And in fact, I think perhaps the first and most fundamental step in spirituality is learning to pay attention. If there are 6 Hebrew words that most Jewish people know, it's the words of the Shema. They appear in this week's Torah portion, and they contain the central statement of Jewish faith in Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 4. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Most people know them according to the tune that we learned in religious school. It was composed by the 19th century man Zulzer. Shema Yisrael. I think that tune is so popular that most people believe Moses sang those words to that 19th century tune. But what do the words actually mean? I wrote a book about the meaning of the Shema called Witnesses to the One, the Spiritual History of the Shema. I made it short and accessible, and I wanted it to be an introduction to what Jewish belief might mean to you based on something you already know, the Shema. Every chapter is a different figure in Jewish history and what they meant when they said the Shema. And I hope this book, published by Jewish Lights Publishing, is accessible to you. And we sell it here at Temple Sinai, but it's also on Amazon.com and also on JewishLights.com. The most common translation of the Shema is, "Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one." And I think that the most important word for us to focus on today is the very first one, Shema, which means hear, hear as in listen. In fact, I was told that the sign in sign language for Shema means focus. It means pay attention. There are lots of different ways to pay attention, and there's great spirituality in just learning to listen. And in fact, I think perhaps the first and most fundamental step in spirituality is learning to pay attention. So I'd like to read for you a passage from my book on the spirituality of listening. We all know that there are many different kinds of listening that we can do. Sometimes we half listen. We tune out and then perk up when our name is called. Other times we listen just to glean what we need, such as when we call information for a telephone number. Or we take in the sounds of music or of nature, listening to birds at a bird feeder, or the sudden silence of snow. There are the rare times when, face to face with someone, that we truly listen. We listen to the voice's inflection and see the emotions on the face. We are fully present in our listening, and we pay attention to the smallest detail. We can repeat back to the other exactly what he or she said, and we feel connected, bonded, even vulnerable. The Shema seems to be commanding us to hear in a profound way. It seems to be saying, pay attention, listen, understand, reflect, be ready to act on what you hear, be ready to be transformed. I ask that you truly listen to others and to the world around you, and if you do so, you may discover that God's voice, that still small voice, has been trying to reach you, speaking to you all the time underneath the noise.